There's no forest here. There's just a bunch of trees. Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, hanging out at the Engineers Forest 3, doing a few things. You can see behind me the Emmy network has expanded a whole bunch, and let me just show you what I did here real quick. One of the things I did is laid out all these controllers just because it was cool looking, and I upgraded the cables from the regular Fluix plain cables to the smart cables and dyed them green because then they're green. And the nice thing about the smart cables, in the corner you can see it says 1 of 8 channels used. It tells you how many channels are being used because you can only run 8 items off of this. Anyway, so an alternate setup. We've got my crafting pattern and then interface down there. And I decided that rather than running the cables through the floor with lots of conduit covers, I would just pound out this area down here and then run the cables down below. There's enough room for me to run around and do things, and yes, it's a much better deal. So stuff over here, I've got the crystal growth chamber with an interface to fire stuff in. Over here we've got the inscriber with the interface to fire in stuff, and I made a crafting storage with a molecular assembler so I can do some recipes. Hardly done anything yet. This tells me there's 5 of 8 channels being used here. So 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, there's a input bus on the bottom of these 2 devices. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the items being used on here. So I can hang 3 more things over here, and then it's full. And yeah, I can't do any more, and I'll upgrade the cables. This, because I still don't have much by way of charge crystals, I took my charger and it receives the power from either the top or the bottom, and so that's why it's on the top there. You know, I could put it down here, but anyway, I've got a brown cable because I had more with an interface. It's the same as the cube interface up there, but it's a single piece. So it's got a recipe in here how to make the charged Certus quartz, and when that's done, this is the import bus, which just sucks it right out. So I can give a big order of stuff and it works. And then this one runs over and then up, and that connects to the storage, but I showed that earlier. So that's what's going on here. Oh, and I moved my disk drive over here. I kept this open so I could move back and forth, and I may just fill it up with drives if I need it, or other items. I don't know. I have no idea. I had the drive sitting right here in this little L section, but I kind of like being able to see and not having it there. So anyway, that's what's been doing there. And I was looking at wanting to repair my items. I had some armor that I wanted to repair. This obsidian paxel is really nice, but I wanted to get that repaired. And I figured, I haven't dived into actual additions yet, but I saw this, Anvil Pets. It slowly auto-repairs damaged items in inventory, and it eats iron nuggets. Well, I've given it a stack of iron nuggets, and you can see it's gone through. I'm down to 41. So it's been chewing up the iron nuggets. It's repaired these, repaired those, repaired this, and it's working on this. It was 2100, and so it's been going up. Except I think it lies, because let me show you. Oh no, that's actually repaired. Oh, okay. This. Oh, cool, because what I had done is I had actually moved these items and they were broken again. So maybe I had to sit and hold on to it for a much longer time. Okay, I was going to say, it wasn't working, dang it. But no, it is actually working. These had all visually been repaired, moused over, and they were all repaired. But as soon as I moved them into my inventory, they broke again, and they were back to where they were. So if you're going to run this, and it's frankly fairly cheap, it's just some iron, some gold, a diamond, and a nugget, that gets you the anvil pet. It works. Okay, I was going to complain and say it doesn't work. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Bow time! This has scope, which I've not seen before, but it's got that, and it's got a multi-shot on there. So it hits him with like 3 or 4. And whatever doesn't, yeah, see, 3 flew past him, and 1 hit him and killed him, and the other 3 flew past. Alright, so I'm being silly. Golden sword. What can you do with the golden sword? Yeah, smelt it down. Hey, you're supposed to smelt down. Alright, yes, meltdown. Mechanism. You're a smelter. You should smelt. Alright, so that'll give me a little gold nugget. So, yay, now I've got 2 gold nuggets. Alright, so let's get rid of this. So, issues, stuff. You can see I pounded out a little hole because this eats up a lot of power. And yeah, this stuff angled up here is totally not necessary. Other than I wanted to be able to access stuff up here, and I think I'm trying to think where one of the it comes up and is below. I think maybe here. Yes. So here's where the ME controller. If I put one higher, because I was thinking of putting up a ring of the controllers up here for looks, but if I go one higher, it breaks and no longer works. And so I'm running a cable underneath into the crafting terminals so that these are working. Let me put this back. That way I can access my items from up here, and I've got access to all my items down here as well. So at some point I'll do wireless, but I haven't done that yet. But this eats up power. Each one of these blocks and cable lengths eats up power, and one of the things I had done, I came into here and my 4 heat generators were just running like crazy, and my energy cube that I had here was slowly going down. Okay, I lied. It wasn't going down slowly. It was going down fast. And so I went ahead and swapped out the hopper for these transporters and stuck a stack of heat generators below. So there's 8 of these generators going, and there's a cube here, and you can see in the corner the power is going up slightly, and this one down here is empty. There's nothing in it. All it has in here is, it says it's 162. I think that's kind of what these guys are inputting, and it's pushing it up into here, going up into there. So the thing I was looking at, I want to get some better energy generating going on. And what I was thinking is divorcing this area. This production can stay where it is, but I don't necessarily need this to be pushing up into the quantum entangleporter here. It can go elsewhere. And for that, I've got a quantum entangleporter over here. This is set to my power gen station or channel, and I need to make several more of these power gen. Let's see. I need, if I can think right, I need 3 more of these to do what I'm looking for. So 1, 2, 3, dump, and 1, 2, 3. All right. So I'm going to need these. I'm also going to need some other stuff. I'm going to use some more of these cubes, and then also I was thinking of making some wind generators as a secondary power production, because the coal burning is okay, but it just barely matches what I'm doing. So let's go ahead, and if I'm going to be making 2 of these cubes, then I need to make 16 of these. Okay, this can go away, that go away, that goes away. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wish these would stack. That would make life so much easier, but unfortunately they do not, which is a royal bite in the shorts. Alright, so that should be enough to make the cubes, the 2 cubes I'm looking at getting. So basic energy cube. Oh, I need 2 steel casings. Let's make 2 of those. Alright. Why don't you recognize that you're right there? Okay, so 1 cube, 2 cube. Let's see, advanced. Advanced. Nope. Advanced. Alright, and elite. And elite. And then ultimate. It would be really handy if I could do the creative one, because then all my energy issues would be done. But no, that's not happening. Let's go up, run, fly over to here, and I was thinking, let's put you there and you there. of running the power along here. I could also zigzag it up, but this, energy-wise, we'll have it auto-eject, and let's go ahead and turn off everything. So it's going to input from the right and then output to the left. All right, same on this one. Input from there, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, and then output to the left. So that will move the power across. Now let's take these, and this, thinking about it, I could move all these, but I'm too lazy to move them. Instead, I think what I will do is just pick up this slowly, and this one slowly. And here's where I'm going to use one of the quantum entangloporters. Plop. And let's go ahead and set this as, this is a power gen channel, and we want to energy eject, and we're going to set this to be inputs of power all the way around. And then we can break this cable and this cable. So yeah, I'm actually moving the power that these things are generating. I'm moving them a block below when they could be going up above, but yeah, it works. And if we take a look, that should be gaining power, and if we come over here, this is gaining the power. So it's coming into my power gen, flowing through here, and it's now being stored here. All right, so we'll put energy cube, auto eject out. You're inputting and outputting. Turn off everything else. All right, so this will be pushing the power over here, and it is. And then same thing here, input and out over to this quantum entangloporter, and this is going to be set to just the usage. So energy eject on, and it's inputting from the right. We'll just go ahead and turn off everything else. So the power from my power gen over there is coming into here and then just being pushed along, and now it's available for use wherever power gen usage is, which the only two places I have is up there for all the machines and then down at the ME system. Let's check the ME system really quick and make sure that it's actually working, because that would be bad. All right, power is fine. Come down here. This is where the power is being used because this is on the public Groks. Okay, so that is working nicely. This also means, and we can fly up through here. Let's see, how are you doing? Yeah, you're full of juice. All right, so that's working here. This can now be sealed off, and I don't need to look at this anymore. And let's see, if we just take a look, power-wise, these guys are still kicking along. So fine. We are sealing you up. Don't need to see you anymore. Okay, I've got a little window because I'm missing a block. So this will store power, and you can see this one's got a lot of power in it, and this one just faded away because it's almost empty. Yeah, the numbers in the corner are going away pretty fast. And this will, the swirly in the center shows how much power is in the cube. And now it's available for elsewhere. So I've got lots of backup. Not much generation, but lots of backup, which is okay. But I want to change that. I want to have a lot more backup going on, or a lot more power generation going on. So this one is going to be a power gen. So let's set that. And side config, energy. I like having energy always able to eject, but we're going to set this all input because this is a power gen cube. All right, back out of here. Hey, no, up, over, down, and one more. Okay, so the next thing I was looking at doing is setting up better power gen, and for that I'm going to go with the wind generators. And I've got all these. Let's see. No information there. A generator that uses the strength of the wind to produce energy with greater efficiency at higher levels. Well, now that I can fly, I'm going to set it up at build height. So, let's see. If I make 4 of these, that means I need 8 of those. So let's make 8 of these. And I don't want to shift click because that would fill up my inventory with these, and I don't. All right, so get those out. That, oh, one of these here, one of them there. For some reason, they don't seem to shift click in unless they already are there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they don't stack. They're like these cubes. They're solids. All right. Oh, I made a bag of holding, and the bag of holding has my angel block in it and some food and stuff. Cables. I've got. That's probably sufficient, but let's improve the power gen on that. So these are made from those. So I'll make one of them, and then let's alloy. One of these. Yeah, you can see I've made a bunch of these mechanism alloys and whatnots because they are mighty handy to have. And we'll upgrade those with this one, I think. It does. Okay, so these do 12 and these do 64. So that will plenty hold this, and I can upgrade them up in the future. Let's grab a building block of some sort. Cobble. Okay, let's head on out of here. And it's night, so let's go ahead and sleep real quick so there's no monsters around because I'm scared or they're just annoying. And let's head on up. Let's look at the... Okay, yeah, let's stay in the center chunk just because. Alright, 125, that's the cloud layer. And now it's heading on up. Oh, I need to switch to my angel block. So build height is 256, so 255 is as high as you can build, if I'm remembering right. The problem is, this thing, what height is this? 252 it says. Let's take the wind generator, and will you build on it? No, it's too high. So let's go ahead and go down one. You know, should I be over to the side? Let's be over to the side. So we're just on the edge of the chunk. And will you build here? Oh, you will. Okay, so that's perfect there. You can see there's the top of this and there's the top of the build height, so that's exactly what it needs to be. And this, to me, looks like it's making 480. Well, let's change this to RF. So this is making 192 RF per tick with this wind generator. Each of those heat, coal burning heat generators, those are doing 30. So math, that's like 6.5 of those. Okay, so this is a good deal. These are very good. Sometimes these are not nearly as good, but right now it's looking like it is a pretty good deal. Are they each doing? They're each doing 192. All right, nice. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes the mod author for the mod pack will adjust things, and that's not so nice. So let's go ahead and do that like this. Break all of these, just because clean and tidy. And I need, let's put the entangleporter right here. And I've got cables, so I'm just going to go ahead and use all of these cables because that tells me I've got room for 4 more of these generators. And yeah, see, it's got it says up there 1792 is being held in this, which I think is just how much these are contributing. Maybe that's all power gen is contributing right now. Let's see, F4 looks like the blue tells me it's not spawnable. This one looks like it is. So let's go ahead and see if I can slap a light on the side. I can. Okay, light is good. and it looks like it's pushing the power just fine. I kind of like having the power set up right. So let's see. Key I gases energy. Let's go ahead and extract, 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 and in. There. That way we're definitely forcing that to come through. And if I hadn't already turned down a lot of the mechanism sounds, we'd be hearing a loud whoosh, whoosh, whoosh sound going on with this. But nope. All right, let's head back to home. Whee! Home. And let's see how we're doing power-wise. All right, so this is going up way faster than it was before. All right, that's really good. And being a passive producer, it's whoa, what just happened? Oh, I just almost lost my bag of holding. That would have made me feel bad. Being passive in that this is being generated. I don't have to stand here and do anything and feed it fuel. The chickens are doing that for me. Oh, I needed a full 16 in there to catch up. These chickens are feeding this, and it's self-sufficient. And the wind turbines up above, those are also self-sufficient. There's nothing I have to do. I don't have to make more gas or anything like that. It's just takes care of itself. So this will work. This is working very nicely. And like I said, I like having a positive energy flow. More than that, I like having lots of power storage, because that means as I'm doing stuff and I have, even if it's a trickle of positive energy flow, I have a lot of storage available for use later when stuff is needed. When I am going to be using, say, a burst of these machines and running them for quite a while, like I need to cook 10 stacks of cobble into smooth stone. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I've got the power backup in that storage. So that's how I work. And I think that's probably all I need to do for power right now. At some point, I will go ahead and get rid of the, or not get rid of, because you just leave them there, the gas burning generator. This guy right here. This, all right, come on. This guy here, Shift I, a generator that harnesses the molecular varying gases to produce energy. Okay, hydrogen and ethylene are the two gases you can burn in this. Hydrogen is not that hard because I've already got that happening right here. The sink is sending in water, the electrolytic separator is making hydrogen and oxygen, which is just getting dumped, but the hydrogen is getting stored in this tank. If I were to add this gas burning generator here, then this setup would generate power for me. And if that's the case, since I really no longer need the jetpack up here, I don't need this setup, so I'm going to actually go ahead and break this down, and I'm going to move this downstairs because that's where my power gen stuff goes. And so at some point, I'm going to need it down here. So let's just drop the items here, and where's the sink, and then this cable. You can just go like that. So at some point when the wind generators up above don't work, let's just make 2 more or 4 more since we've got the stuff for it. When my power usage is such that that won't work for me, then I will go ahead and switch to the gas generator, and we'll see how much that produces. And that should take care of my energy needs. I could add more, and then if I need more beyond that, I'll have to figure out what to do. Ooh, I will need some cobble still up there. Ready? Let's make this. See, it doesn't pick it up. It'd be really nice if it did. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's get out of here. I like how it's so far away you really can't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. Good stuff. It's kind of how I like to build some things. Some packs, I was saying, they adjust the power gen. So once you hit like level 80 or some other amount, that's as max as it goes. And in that case, I go, because it doesn't make sense to make any of these at that point, because, you know, they don't make any power. But these are pretty good. Go in, go in, go in, go in. Done. Let's grab the configurator, and we'll set these all up. And there we go. How's that? I like it. I'm going to get rid of the cobble because that looks ugly. But I've got power gen going on. I've got a lot of power gen, and it's handling everything I need at this point. I'm happy that the anvil pet actually works. I was surprised that it didn't. Maybe it takes longer than I think. Even when it looks like it's repaired, it's still not. And if you move it, the anvil pet can't work it. I don't know. I'm just happy to see that it worked, because now my armor is all nicely repaired, and I love it. So, power and repairing. Good stuff. And that's the phone that should never ring. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, playing a little Engineering Forest 3. And thanks for playing. Bye.